Alright, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time of day it is for you now or in the future. Thank you for joining me, part 41, Kingdom Deliverance. Let me actually make sure I'm actually being heard right now. Audio check. 41. Yes, I am good. But let me actually fix the echo though. I don't want no. We'll try to get some good quality, as best quality as I can give out. Alright, now it should be better, guys. As I was saying, thank you everyone who has joined me thus far. I greatly appreciate all of you, and I hope you. Anyways, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day, and this will just make your day the cherry on top. Right. So, if you're here for the last stream, it was an interesting one, and we got ourselves admitted to the monastery in Sasau. We are here to discover who was part of the gang that ran away. So, that's our mission. But right now, we need to commit to the bit. We need to become a monk. This may take a long time. And I hope you all have patience. I'll wait a couple minutes for some people to show up. So. How has everyone been recently? And also, I want to apologize. I know I haven't done Kingdom Come in like 2 weeks or so. I did post 2 Sea of Thieves streams and 1 Elden Ring stream. But I want to get back to the Kingdom Come content. I really want to finish the game before the next one comes out later this year. So. Also, if y'all were around for my Dredge days, it was a game I streamed before Kingdom Come Deliverance. It must have been like a year at this point. Dredge has some DLC I found out already, and has some DLC coming out in August that I look to stream and play some more Dredge whenever it comes out. Hopefully there is some time between me finishing Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 coming out, and in that time span I'll try to do some Dredge. Oh. Yeah, sip of my drink. Don't mind me. Everyone eating dinner, breakfast, lunch. What has been y'all's favorite moment from the streams or the story of Kingdom Come? Are y'all able to follow along? I hope so. I hope I've been doing some good streams. And I want y'all to experience the Kingdom Come era too. In less than a minute, we'll be starting the game. Just wanted to get people a chance to come, arrive. Alright, I'm starting now. Alright. Should be about 3 a.m.
Cody lost to the British Bulldog. I'm peed off. Coleman W down.
Am I being heard? Audio check.
Coleman W down.
Am I being heard? Yes, I am.
Yes.
Alright, I cannot read this. It's all in Latin. Alright, 3 a.m. start of day, 4 a.m. morning prayer. Okay.
Our friends also asked if I wanted to play SOT with them. What do you think? They need another person.
Up to you. What am I sitting on? Alright, so, that is not, you cannot read that. Let's see right here. So, 4 a.m. morning prayer, and 6 a.m. is breakfast, common meal. 8 a.m. is work in a frattery, assigned by Brother Nevlis. At noon, I will work in the library, assigned by Brother Librarian. 4 p.m. afternoon worship. 6 p.m. vespers, common supper. 7 p.m. compline, free time before retiring, and 9 p.m. rest and nighttime curfew. Okay. 3 a.m. Everyone should be waking up by now. Or not. Someone woke up. A couple of people woke up, it looks like. I want to head down. Area. What? How am I neglecting? Rip, bozo. Don't mean that literally. I'm just.
Ask if I can't even join.
I don't know. Maybe they asked everyone they knew.
KCD2 is gonna be real heat.
True. So when can I go down?
I'm gonna play FN.
Huh? I really can't go down there till 4 a.m.? Why do I have to stay up here? It's the start of my day, so what should I do? That's Mutt over there, you can hear him. He's crying. I can see the outside. I miss being out there. In that city causing chaos. Well, actually.
Gambling.
Ah, bless me. Almost. Or something. Come on. Almost, almost, almost. Let's go, let's go, let's go. I never said goodbye to the mud. It has to be 4 o'clock. Oh my god. How am I neglecting it? It's 4 a.m.
Peace be with you, brother.
Peace be with you too. If you go down, can I go down? There you go. Go to church now. I cannot imagine waking up and going straight to the prayer. Like, I need some breakfast in me or something. And I might have to have a drink. Front of the line, right behind the prior.
Bro, this dude just texted me back and said give us a second.
Do y'all want to know a secret that I know about the church? I hope y'all are enjoying church right now.
I'm burning.
Why are you burning? The Holy Land is making you burn. Amen.
C.
It's like 5:15 or something. Do y'all want to know a secret about the church?
C.
Okay. It's not here. Fuck. There's supposed to be something here. Behind it. Never mind. No secret. I was told... Oh, it's right here. Lockpick. Remember, Radzik has no idea we're in the monastery now. He's gonna be upset. So after prayer, breakfast, which it's almost about time for. How are you gonna pray for 2 hours? That one dude's already gone to breakfast. For the librarian. Maybe he's the cook. I have some indulgences to pay. By the way, this door leads out. So does this one. Okay, it's time for breakfast. What? How? They're leaving. Why can't I leave? There we go. I don't think I could be a monk. Too much quiet. I want to yap. I hear someone talking.
But since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they
Tell
begin.
them kiss me, son of God.
Remembering the fate of Heli, priest of Silence, the well-disposed and those of good understanding, let him correct with verbal admonition the first and second time. But
Where can I sit?
hard, proud, and disobedient characters, he should curb at the very beginning of their ill by stripes and
Where can I sit?
bodily punishments. Knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words. And again, beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death. The first degree of humility is obedience without delay. This is the virtue of those who hold nothing dearer than Christ, who, because of the holy service they have
That's good food.
the glory of life everlasting, as soon as anything is ordered by the Spirit, receive it as a divine command, and cannot
Hallelujah haircuts.
this very obedience will be acceptable to God and pleasing to men only if what is commanded is done without hesitation, delay, warmness, grumbling, or objection. For the obedience given to superiors is given to God. For if the disciple obeys with an ill will and murmurs, not necessarily with his lips, but simply in his heart, then even though he fulfills the command, yet his work will not be acceptable to God, who sees that his heart is
Well,
as this, he will incur the punishment due to murmurers, unless he amend and make sense.
I'm not sure I can last longer than a day here.
The rule of Saint Benedict, reading his book. The first degree of humility is obedience.
I'm bored.
Nothing dearer than Christ, who, because of the holy service,
This is the monastery life.
life everlasting,
This is what you wanted me to do.
Spirit, receive it as a divine command, and cannot suffer any angel against it. But this very obedience will be acceptable to God and pleasing to men.
You told me to join the monastery.
Done without hesitation. Delay,
And now it'll be like 5 streams or so of this.
for the obedience given to superiors is given to God. For if the disciple obeys with an ill will and murmurs, not necessarily with his lips, but simply in his heart, then even though he fulfills the command, yet his work will not be acceptable to God, who sees that his heart is murmuring.
I worship Loki and Hades, not this. I thought this was going to be fun.
Unless he amend and make sense.
Well, it can be fun.
When will we see God?
We just saw him earlier. And you'll see God when you are fully without sin. You have achieved all meaning in your life. Also, why are we eating for so long? Can I
Please
talk?
get steam from nose face vomiting.
Gregor, talk to me.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
Whoa, that's a lot of dialogue.
Who's in charge of things around here?
Abbot Peter is the administrator of the monastery, but you won't see him. He's always traveling, and on top of that, he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of life.
And what happens when the old abbot dies?
Then we elect a new one.
Are there any candidates to be the new abbot?
Yes, there are. Brothers John and Nicholas. Cursed elections. Since the brothers began talking about them, there's only been strife in the monastery. On one side are brothers who'd like to see John as abbot. On the other, those who support Nicholas, and they seem to be capable of fighting about it forever.
Tell me about John.
John is the circator and the oldest brother here. It would be only natural if he took the crozier from Peter. He has experience, merit, and composure. He'd lead the monastery wisely.
Sounds like he's a John fan.
I'd like to know about Nevlas.
Nevlas manages the monastery's property. He doesn't have the most experience, but his drive and heart are pure, his faith firm, and his ideas rational. Although perhaps he's too...
When are the hookers showing up?
Huh?
which many brothers don't like.
Why does it matter so much who wins?
Because the future direction of the monastery hangs in the balance, the younger brothers feel they have to work more than their superior brothers, and that some brothers are more concerned with their own comfort than with worshipping God. The older
You
brothers,
heard me.
they say the younger monks want...
This is a monastery.
And each side has its own candidate.
I thought politics weren't part of the monastic way of life.
You're right, but we know nothing besides the monastery, and the abbot's decisions can influence our entire life. Some of the brothers take
Excuse me.
Earl invited me to his party.
Are there ever any disagreements between the brothers?
Well, what are you gonna do?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrels right
Hold
now
on,
are
I'm
about
being
the
heard.
election of the new abbot. They can already see poor Peter in his grave.
Are there ever any disagreements between the brothers?
Well, what are you gonna do?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrels right now
Hold on,
are
I'm
about
being
the
heard.
election of the new abbot.
Okay, good.
Tell me something about electing the abbot.
The old abbot is practically on his deathbed. There are two candidates. Half the monastery wants John, the other half Neville. And there's no chance they'll come to an agreement. But you've probably already noticed the atmosphere around here.
Excuse me, guys. I'm getting some candy. If I want to hear this guy talk for a while, I want some candy.
Are there ever any disagreements between the brothers?
Unfortunately, yes. The biggest quarrels right now are about the election of the new abbot. They can already see poor Peter in his grave.
I understand.
Why is this one still not grayed out?
Who's in charge of
I
it?
went to the candy eating town and everyone there knew me.
What the?
You won't see him. He's
Wow,
always traveling,
thanks,
and on
huh.
top of that, he's old and infirm. Perhaps the good Lord will bless him with many more years of...
I already heard this part.
Then we elected...
There you go.
Tell me something
Well,
about
I
life
went
here.
to the
prayer.
to the lemon reading party,
Just about sums it
and
up.
everyone there knew you. What did that
Tell
guy
me
say?
something about life here.
Prayer, work, obedience. That just about sums it up.
Prayer, work, obedience.
Me.
Can you tell me something about the rule of St. Benedict?
You.
7 centuries ago, Saint Benedict of Nursia wrote a collection of monastic rules, which we still follow today. They're read at every meal. The fundamental precepts are obedience, work, and prayer. We're fully devoted to serving God. The outside world beyond the monastery walls is foreign to us.
Do you never want to know what's going on out there?
And what should be going on? The sky is just as blue and the grass is just as green. Perhaps the rulers change, but the greatest ruler of them all will remain unchanged through the ages.
More like egregiously long fantasy book reading town.
More like egregiously long fantasy book reading town. Okay, that's fair.
I'm interested in the monastery's history.
It was founded by Saint Hippocrates 500 years ago. After his death, heretics occupied the place for some time. But then the order was restored and brothers of the truth faith returned.
Heretics, you say?
They wanted to worship God with some foreign rituals, in a language foreign to God. They were driven away and their books burned.
I want to do some like Googling on this monastery.
are the roles of the various monks here?
Well, the abbot is the head, but he's not here now. Then there's the prior and the sub-prior, the librarian, the porter, and many others. As a novice, you should be particularly mindful of the circuitous. They're the ones who maintain discipline and punish bad behavior.
What can you tell me about the novices here?
What can I say? You're here to demonstrate your devotion to God and to live a monastic life. After a year, you can make your vows and become a fully fledged brother.
I meant something specific about the brothers that are here.
But you know them yourself. Yorick is an odd one, but he's diligent and eager. Perhaps too eager. Siskin is good company, but a bit too worldly for a monk. Antonius is hardworking and will help with anything, but prays less than he ought.
If you remember, one of the novices is
Quiet as a mouse.
secretly
No
a
one knows
criminal.
much about him. And then we have you, about who I know nothing.
Can you leave the monastery?
Well, where would you go? You have everything you need here. Anyway,
I don't have any
all the
gambling.
doors here are closed and locked tight, so no one can get in or out.
So what if there's a fire?
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
Definitely Nevlis. Although
Oh, he's a
young
Nevlis
and
fan.
inexperienced, his heart and intentions are pure.
So I did some Googling on the Sasau Monastery. It's a former Benedictine abbey and monastery in Bohemia, established by Bretislaus I, Duke of Bohemia, around 1032. It is situated some 30 kilometers southeast of Prague, on the right bank of the eponymous Sasaval River, a right tributary of the Sasau River, and right tributary of the Vitalva. The town of Sasau grew around a monastery. The monastery is notable as having followed Slavonic liturgy in the 11th century. And it was re-established under the Latin Rite in 1097. Oh. I may have read something spoilerish about the monastery. The monastery is the site of the hermitage of Procopius of Sasau, died in 1052, a hermit he was. Procopius attracted a community of hermits, which formed the basis of the Benedictine monastery established in 1032. It is one of the oldest monasteries founded in the Duchy of Bohemia, established some 40 years after the Brevnov monastery. In 1056, Duke, I cannot try to say that name, I'm just going to say Spy. Duke Spy II had the monks expelled from the abbey. The monks found sanctuary in Hungary after 1061, when Duke Radoslaus II of Bohemia had them returned to the abbey. Unusually for a Benedictine abbey, Sasa was an important center of Slavic liturgy until 1096. The first stone church, consecrated to the Holy Cross, was built in 1070. The ruins of this church have been excavated and are visible in the garden north of the monastery building. Hey, we saw that one. I was over there like, what is this? In December 1096, The monks were expelled for the second time by Duke Bretislav II, marking the end of the Slavic Rite in Bohemia. The Slavic Benedictines were replaced by Latin Benedictines from Brevnov Monastery under Abbot Diethard. It would be under Diethard that all Slavonic books in the monastery were destroyed. In the 12th century, the Romanesque basilica and monastery buildings were completed. A 12th century chronicle, De Exordio Zazavenensis Monastery, records the history of the monastery up to the year 1177. It also contains a continuation of Cosmas of Prague down to 1162. The monastery's founder Procopius was formally canonized in Sasau in the presence of Ottokar, the first king of Bohemia, on July 4th, 1204. In the later 13th to 14th centuries, the Romanesque basilica was transformed into a Gothic one, intended as a monumental three-nave structure, which however remains unfinished. The monastery buildings were also rebuilt in the Gothic style. The Madonna of Sasau is a notable 14th century fresco in the capitular Hall, unusually depicting Mary, Mother of Jesus, walking alongside a child Jesus aged about 5 years old. I'll see if I can find that in this game. Sasau, ooh, that is a spoiler. That is all I'm going to read now.
Reading hurts.
I don't think reading hurts.
It's too difficult.
Should I try talking to someone else, or... Oh, never mind.
You've got a strong constitution. Anyone else would have certainly died.
What happened?
Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a young boy. He was lost and miserable. He had no future. He was tempted by his friends into doing some foolish things, but he wasn't truly bad, because when it came down to it, he ran away rather than keep doing foolish deeds. His former friends didn't take kindly to that, though, and wanted to punish him. So they sent a hunter
Can I hear me?
to find him and rip his throat. The boy wasn't stupid, though, and he knew that the hound was coming. He poisoned some food, and when the hound showed up, He gave it to him. He didn't expect the beast to live, but it did. And all of a sudden, the boy was sorry for what he tried to do.
It wasn't stupid.
So he offered to make a bargain with the hound.
But the hound was coming. He poisoned some
We
food.
can hear you
When the
now.
hound showed up, he gave
Hello? Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me? Let's see.
Yeah.
I need confirmation, like total confirmation. Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me? Let's see. Okay, we're good. I was having a freak out session from being poisoned. I didn't know I could be poisoned. I was like, who the hell poisoned me? And I was yelling and screaming, and apparently I guess none of it was heard.
Wow.
You've got a strong.
And I did get to hear what this guy said. So, I'm replaying and watching it. So I get up. And I find out I got poisoned. I'm like, I'm poisoned? What? What the hell? What happened? Who the fuck poisoned me? And I pass out. And at this point, I try to figure out what's going on in my stream, because I heard a little click. I had no idea what this guy in front of me said, so I'm going to watch it again.
Else would have certainly died. What happened? Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time, there was a young boy. He was lost and miserable. He had no future. He was tempted by his friends into doing some foolish things, but he wasn't truly bad, because when it came down to it, he ran away rather than keep doing foolish deeds. His former friends didn't take kindly to that, though, and wanted to punish him. So they set out to find him.
Can you hear me? There you go.
And rip his throat. The boy wasn't stupid, though, and he knew that the hound was coming. He poisoned some food, and when the hound showed up, he gave it to him. He didn't expect the beast to live, but it did. And all of a sudden, the boy was sorry for what he tried to do. It wasn't stupid, so he offered to make a bargain with the hound. The hound was coming.
Okay. That's what the guy is saying to me.
I think I understand you. But the beast would need to know what deal he's being offered.
You know, we're both pawns in someone else's game. They have plans for us, but we don't have to let them use us. We can just forget all about it and go our own way. I was a bandit, and I was at Nyhoff. I've robbed and stolen, but I swear to God I've never in my life slain innocent people. What I saw at Nyhoff made me realize my life was worth shit, but I still had a chance to change for the better. Here in the monastery I've had plenty of time to think things over, but then you showed up and fucked it all up.
So the evildoer changes his ways and finds God. What exactly are you proposing?
Both of us can leave this place. You can go back to your people, and I can go somewhere where I can live out my life in peace, and no one will try to kill me. If we work together, we can both get what we want.
What if I wanted a different option?
You could kill another novice, I suppose. If news of the murder got out from the monastery, my former friends might believe I'm dead. But I'm offering you a solution that doesn't require any killing. Before we make a run for it, we'll make it look like someone's killed me. Loads of blood, a tattered scrap of my habit, and footprints leading towards the river. No one will bother looking for my body there. There we'll split up. You go for your bounty, and I'll get as far away from here as I can.
I stepped away. What's happening?
Good. Let's do it your way.
Good. I'm glad that despite our initial discord, we could reach an agreement. Here, take something to calm your stomach. Now we'll need the keys to the monastery and some blood to make the tracks.
What do I need the keys to the monastery for?
How else will we get out? This place is practically a prison.
Getting the keys won't be easy.
I know, but Brother Salarius is a reformed thief. I'll bet he still has a few lockpicks lying about. If you know how to use them, they'll be worth finding. Or there's the hard way. Steal the keys from the prior. He carries them with him at all times.
They both sound hard to me. But needs must. And where am I supposed to get my hands on blood in a monastery?
You'll find a parchment in the kitchen with a list of ingredients on it. All the things they're ordering. Add blood for making soup to the list. And when it's delivered the next day, take it before anyone notices it's even come.
What are you going to do?
I need to get ready for a long journey. Prepare supplies, get some normal clothing somehow. That sort of thing. You can escape in that habit, but I need to vanish as fast as I can.
All right, that's everything I need to know. I can get started.
Excellent. Come and see me once you have everything. And try to be as fast as you can. And Gregor, thank you.
It looks like I found a little monastic treasure trove. I wonder who stashed that here. This looks like the dregs after a night's drinking. Who could be coming here?
muted.
Again? You can't hear me again? Again? You can't hear me again? Oh, damn. What's the last thing y'all heard? What?
There's the good doggy.
How are you over here?
That's my boy.
Get help. Mutt, bring me my lockpicks, please. Can you hear me or can you not hear me? Someone say something.
I'm Gregor, a novice.
Hi.
I know. I saw you at the ceremony. My name is Neblis, and I'm the provost here. I'm in charge of the monastery's property, as well as handling trade with the outside world.
That means you get to leave the monastery?
No, not at all. I just write lists and send them out.
I'm here to work.
Excellent. I've been waiting for you. There's the alchemist's laboratory. You'll find ingredients in the chests next to it. I want you to prepare 2 marigold decoctions. Once you finish them, you'll find me somewhere nearby. Don't forget to let me know when you're done so I can check them.
Trying to do some alchemy. Oh, another page. Wait. This is what I need. What do I need for marigold? One nettle, 2 marigolds. So I need 2 nettles and 4 marigolds. I wonder if that fake blood thing will work for this mission. It's even in this book. That's what this guy fucking hit me with. It's not in here. Right, what do I do? You will need water and a handful of nettles and 2 of marigold. Drop the nettle in the water and cook for 1 run. Water. Cook for 1 run. Bellows. No, I haven't said very much today. Okay, leave to cool. And put in 2 marigold. Now, what?
We are taking a vow of silence.
That's not kind. I need y'all to talk. Oop. Fuck. I pressed the wrong button. Alright. Water. Nettle. Bellows. Sandglass. Now we wait. Alright, now we add in marigold. And more marigold. And now we get a file. Did it. Oh, it's 2 of them. What was There's the perk we can get. Alright, for alchemy perk. Oh, only level 3. For that first alchemy perk. So, salted and smoked. Cured or cooked food in your inventory will spoil 20% more slowly. Nice. Water of life. Healing potions will heal you 50% more, or also intoxicate you. The stronger the healing effect, the drunker it will make you. And Witcher. Potions will fill you up 30% less, which means you can drink more of them and more often. Let me know which one you want. Also, I have some quests.
The first one.
The first one, like the salted and smoked. Okay. Scattered pages. Which quest is in red?
I finished my work.
Show me what you've made. Spectacular, Gregor. You've found your talent. Soon enough, you'll be teaching the other novices.
We did it.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
Tell me about yourself.
I'm the provost of this monastery. It's my job to ensure the monks live a humble life and that any surpluses go to the poor. But in reality, I spend all my time making sure my brother's gluttony and the construction of a new church don't swallow up the few resources we have left.
I'm interested in the election of the new abbot.
You're not alone. Everyone's so worked up about that they spent no time considering how they could make the monastery a better place now.
Why? What's wrong with it now?
Many brothers think more about their stomachs than prayer. The older brethren bend the rules of the order to make them fit their interests. So, to balance the scales, they want the novices to lead exemplary lives. Sin abounds here, just as in the outside world.
What sins are you talking about?
The scripture says, "Let he who is without sin cast the first stone." I'm sorry, Gregor, it's not my place to speak about the sins of others.
Tell me something about how the new abbot will be elected.
A new abbot has to be elected once the old one dies. All the brethren can vote, with the exception of novices. The abbot's crozier will be conferred on whoever is chosen, and he'll take the vow. When he becomes abbot, a monk spends most of his time dealing with politics outside the monastery, instead of actually leading the monastery. But he still maintains a fundamental influence on life here.
Can you tell me about Abbot Peter?
Peter's wise in the ways of politics and a good shepherd, but as you've already heard, he's old and infirm. The other brothers see him with one foot in the grave, but I still have hope for him. But you, brother, don't let yourself get involved in the games of your superiors. Could you help me with something?
With what?
I'm interested in medicine, and I know there's a cure for the abbot's ailment. With your help, I could find out the details, and together you and I could give old Peter a few more years to do good. What do you say?
What do you need me for?
In order to get the recipe for this medicament, a few rules will need to be broken. Now you know most of the brothers believe every illness is a message from God, and that it's not our place to deny his will. I, however, think if God sent us not just illnesses, but also the medicine to cure them, then it's our duty to relieve people of their suffering. The cure for Abbot Peter's illness could be contained in one of the books in our library, but it will certainly be amongst the Libri Prohibiti, the forbidden books, those we aren't permitted to read.
Why are they forbidden?
Because they contain occult and demonic practices, witchcraft and all manner of evil. Or so some people claim. It's nonsense, of course. This is nothing but a book of medicine, albeit one written by a pagan. Ibn Sina, also known as Avicenna, is universally acknowledged to be a wise man. But here, at some point, someone decided his book was the work of a Saracen devil.
Another audio test.
Lock and key. Since then, no one can even talk about the book. But the three wise men were from the East, were they not?
At some point, someone decided his book was the work of a Saracen devil.
Another audio test. Cool.
Where can I find it?
In the library, there's a large cabinet with a lock on it. The forbidden books are inside. You'll easily recognize what you're looking for. The cover has not only a Latin inscription, but also Saracen letters. Bring it to me, but leave the other books there. No one will notice if one book disappears, but if more were to vanish, someone would certainly begin to look into it, which is exactly what we don't want.
Is there anything you can tell me that would help?
There's a key to the cabinet in the prior's chambers. The librarian should have another one, or you can acquire some lockpicks. But I can't tell you where or how. Perhaps Brother Salarius could help.
Why can't you do it yourself?
Because I'm one of the highest-ranking monks here, and one day I'd like to become abbot. Can you imagine me crawling around in the black of night searching for a forbidden book?
You could just ask for it.
Do you honestly think I haven't tried? Unfortunately, Librarian Cyril is a stubborn ass.
Damn.
I'm ready.
One more important thing. There's always someone in the library during the day. To pass unwatched, you'll need to go at night. It's locked, but I'm sure you'll manage to get in. They say Brother Salarius understands locks, but don't tell him why you need it. Once you have the book, bring it to me, and I'll then use it to make Peter's medicine. We'll soon have the election of the abbot over and done with.
I found a book, coin, and a dagger under a floor slab. Any idea who's
Damn, I shouldn't have said that.
Well, this is odd. I have no idea. What troubles you?
I should not have said that. This is a... This is a weird angle of
Is there
Henry.
any way I could help you get elected? Somehow tip the scales in your favor?
What would you like to do? Atonement, he's my brother, just like you and everyone else here. We're all brothers in Christ. But there is something you could help me with. You must know there's a great deal of iniquity here in the monastery. I'd be interested to hear of anything I don't know about.
Should I find out for you what's going on around here?
Let me make this clear. I want to base my candidacy on putting things in order. But if I don't know exactly what's wrong, then my promises are just empty slogans.
Very good then. I'll find out what I can.
Thank you, brother.
What do you want me to find out?
I'd be interested to hear about any iniquity in the monastery.
I'm interested... Why? What's wrong?
Many
I'll be interested to know more about Brother John.
I don't like to speak ill of people, but Circuitor John is the worst person the monks
Damn.
can pick to represent them. He's nothing but an old schemer and pedant who preaches water but drinks wine. He's won the older brethren over because they know he won't call an end to their debauchery.
Why do you want to become abbot?
Because when I see the way things are headed around here, I have no other option. Itinerant preachers speak of the corrupted black heart of the church, and I can't deny there's truth in what they say. I'd like to change things and bring back meaning and esteem to the monastery.
That's all. Thank you.
Peace be with you, brother.
And with your spirit. Alright. What do you have to say to me?
Ah, Gregor, talk to me.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Who would you like to be the new abbot?
The old abbot isn't dead yet. It's too early to talk about elections. But if I had to choose between the two who are already putting themselves forward, John would be my choice.
If you're not Team Nevlis, I don't want to talk to you.
What troubles you?
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Who would you...
Stinky.
Brother John, obviously. No one's interested in Neverlas and his new ideas.
Ah, Gregor, talk to me.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Who would you like to be the new abbot?
John! There's no other candidate.
Wow.
Nicholas just babbles on and on. Don't take him seriously.
Nevlis, I hate to tell you this, but you're full of a room with people who do not believe in you. They're haters. Each one of them. I had to be here for 4 hours. That's almost time. I want to make some Shaver schnapps. Nettle and belladonna. I'll make 3. I don't have belladonna in here. Oh, fuck. I can't save the game. Why is there no belladonna in here? Here, talk.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
I'm looking for something a little unorthodox.
And what would that be exactly?
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lock picks? And what would you like those for?
Locks.
Well, why not? So you heard I used to be a burglar, did you? I put it all behind me as soon as I took the vows. But I do have a few lockpicks left. I'll trade them for food. Get me a bite to eat, and you can have your lockpicks. Can't say fairer than that, can I?
Tell him Jesus be ballin'.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
God be with you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? There we go. I'm tired of this fucking headset. I don't know what the buzzing sound is. I'm tired of this.
What is it, brother?
Oh, that's a lot of...
I'm here to work.
Good. This is most likely the first time you've ever done this in your life. But it's easier than you think. Just a bit of practice and learning Latin. Here's the original, and here are the blank parchments on which you'll copy what you read in the original. Is that clear? Then you may begin, and try not to make a mess of it. What is it, brother?
I've heard there are some forbidden books locked up in the library.
That's correct. They're here, safely hidden away from anyone who might be tempted to read them.
Can I look at them?
What if I just wanted to take a peek? Could I?
You could not. They are libri prohibiti, and the only people permitted access to them are the abbot and I.
Tempted.
Although I see no reason why he or I would ever want to read them.
Not even if I were to beg? Or promise a favor in return?
If you could prove to me that you truly like books, then maybe.
I'm doing a lot of favors for people.
Mistake.
Bro just got back from learning how to speak yesterday.
Every book on the prohibited list is there for a reason. Who am I to doubt the wisdom of Mother Church?
How does a book get on the forbidden list?
Forbidden works are full of heresy, blasphemy, and witchcraft. If you ask me, we should burn them immediately, not archive them.
I don't need to hear anything else. I've heard about Avicenna's Book of Medicine. Could I see it?
Who told you about that? Of course you can't.
Is it possible to learn something about the
I
other?
already know who the other novice,
Only the
one
abbot
that...
and the prior keep such records.
And can I see them?
No. The abbot writes and keeps his records in his chambers, and only he and the prior are permitted to read them.
I found this piece of parchment. It looks like it's been ripped out of a book. Do you know what it is?
It appears to be a page torn out of Ovid.
Ovid? What is that? Is that the
COVID.
name of a book?
Not what, but who? Ovid was a great Roman poet. We have a few volumes by him in the library, but one of them vanished one day. Now I believe I can guess what happened. Brother Eustace, may the earth rest lightly on him, was quite narrow-minded when it came to classical literature. If a book had any merit, he condemned it as a heretical work. If he'd had his way, all such books would have been burned. Ovid's The Art of Love must have been such a thorn in his side.
Damn,
He stole it
that
from
one
the
dude
Bible,
really hates women that
tore it
much.
up, and hid the pages wherever he could.
Oh, would you like me to put the book back together again?
Absolutely. Eustace's wits weren't the sharpest, so I'm sure he didn't destroy any of the pages. I imagine he hid them throughout the monastery. It might take you a while to find them all, but when you do, you can rest assured Ovid will return to his rightful place in the library.
Good. I'll look around for it.
Thank you, brother. It's of no great importance, but if you can find all 10 pages...
10 pages?
The guy cave.
I do not.
Can you tell me something about the book?
The Art of Love
3.
is a sort of manual instructing young people how to find and maintain love. It's a lovely work. I don't understand what bothered Eustace so much about it, but as I was saying, he considered the book to be immoral and tore it up to stop it corrupting any of his brothers.
Where should I look?
If I knew, I wouldn't have asked you to do it. The pages of the book could be hidden anywhere, from the garden to the refectory.
I found a few pages of the torn-up book, but I still don't have them all.
Wonderful. Keep looking then. I'm sure you can find the rest.
I found all three by going to places I shouldn't have gone.
I found a book, coin, and a dagger under a floor slab. Any idea whose they might be?
Why would someone hide away such a treasure trove? It would be best to report it.
Is there anything else I can talk to him about?
Praise be to Christ, brother.
I'd like to ask you something about...
I can't ask who he supports. Who do you support?
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
I'm Gregor, a novice.
I know, but I've no time for idle chat. I transcribe books from dawn till dusk. I've been doing it for years, and I'll be doing it till the day I die.
What, you do nothing else?
It is my penance and my blessing. And now, brother, if you don't mind, I'd like to get this page finished. Praise be to Christ, brother.
I'd like to ask about something.
Can't you see I'm working? Ask someone else.
Here's... What about you?
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery. Who would you like to be the new abbot?
John, definitely. But compared to him, Nevlus is young and inexperienced. John has the wisdom of age, and he already has the respect that Nevlus will have to earn.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking good for Nevlus in this election.
What is it, brother?
I don't care about John
I'd
supporters.
like to ask you something about the monastery. Who would you like to be the new abbot?
I've thought long and hard about it, and I've decided to support John.
It's 5-0.
Brother.
This dude's old,
I'd like to ask you something.
but he's a
about the
John
monastery.
guy.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
John, there's no other candidate. Nevlas just babbles on and on. Don't
Figures.
take him seriously.
6-0. That's a lot of reading. Oh. I actually have to match what it says. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh my god. This actually hurt my eyes. Which one is it, guys? Oh. think I need to look like super close at this page. This just looks like scribble to me. Chicken scratch. Hope you guys can still hear me.
We can.
Oh my god. Why does it look like this? Oh my goodness. Every letter looks the exact same. I don't know if I can do this. That can't make sense either. What is it?
Cody lost to the British Bulldog. I'm peed off. Bro just got back from learning how to speak yesterday. Ovid. Do you agree with the guy, Cade? We can.
Sounds like the chat glitched out. I'm trying to understand the words that are in front of me. I'm counting the words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now I'm going to analyze the ones I have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Give me that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, it's not the last one. It's either the first one or the second one. Ugh. After much much analyzation, I'm going with the second one. Oh boy. Well, it has to be the first one. What are they talking about Israel for, though? Israel. Israel. Has to be the first one again, right? Hold on a second. It has to be Israel, the first one. Hopefully y'all heard me while I was doing all this analyzing. Look at Henry go, though. I'm not even going to try reading this whole thing. Also, we have a main level. We're almost max level. So, we have a lot of things we could add for our main level perk. We have Manly Odor. When dirty, I have a 50% chance more charisma when talking to women. However, people will smell me a mile off, reducing my stealth by 30%. Perk do you want? What?
Cloak and dagger.
Cloak and dagger. What's this one? +2 stealth, -1 to strength and speech. Okay, might need that. Alright, where is Librarian.
You call that a copy? You've completely ruined the parchment with your scribbling.
Well, guess we fucked up.
What would you like?
Contains forbidden books.
Where's... I'm fucking leaving this fucking library. I don't care what the daily schedule anymore. What's even my next task? At 4, I got afternoon worship. I got like 3 hours. Some people are eating. What?
What would you like?
Will you tell me something about yourself?
There's not much to tell. I lived in Vlashim, and after my father died, I found out I wasn't much of a merchant. So I left the shop to my brother and decided to become a monk. It's peaceful here.
So you chose to come?
It may seem strange, but I'm one of the few novices that did. I might be the...
This is the guy that lied to me.
What was I supposed to get again?
Christ almighty! How many holes do you have in that head of yours? The keys to the monastery and the goat skin of blood. The keys are the most important, or at least some lockpicks.
I found a book, coin and a dagger under a floor slab. Any idea whose they might be?
Did you find some treasure here? Looks like you're a rich man. You best hand it all over to the prior.
Greetings, brother. I'm Gregor, and I'm new here.
Greetings to you, brother. I'm Yodok, the oldest of the novices. I hope you'll like it here in the monastery and that you won't get into trouble.
Trouble?
You're young, perhaps intemperate. You might easily stray from the rules of the order. I suggest you get to know the older monks. You never know when it might come in handy.
I found a book, coin and a dagger under a floor slab. Any idea whose they might be?
Why would someone hide away such a treasure trove? It would be best to report it.
I was up there once. I want to find Brothers Hilarious.
What would you like?
I'm looking for something a little, unorthodox.
And what would that...
Don't move a muscle.
Fuck.
I'm looking for lockpicks.
Lock picks? And what would you like those for?
I'd like to practice.
Well, why not? So you heard I'll trade them.
Stinky.
Brother? What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be working somewhere? Idle hands are the devil's workshop.
I was feeling a bit queasy.
Really?
True, I got poisoned.
I'll pretend nothing happened. But this is the last time, brother.
I'm Gregor and I'm new here.
No. I saw you in the church during the ceremony. I have a feeling we'll be meeting again soon. And often. You see, I'm a cicada.
What does that mean?
I make sure everyone observes the rule, does their work, and that everything is the way it should be.
And when it's not the way it should be?
But then we're authorized to mete out punishment. But certainly you won't require correction, will you, brother?
About you in the election. Will you tell me more about it?
Ask me anything you want.
Tell me something about Nevlas.
Nevlas is weak and toothless. He's full of hot hair. How anyone could think he'd make a good habit is beyond me. Enough. I don't even want to hear his name again.
I'd like to know what's going on here.
Well, the young brothers feel they don't have the same rights and responsibilities as we, who have spent much of our lives here. And what of it? Privilege needs to be earned. Nevlas is lying when he says he wants to right wrongs. All he cares about are benefits for himself and his cronies.
I don't really want to help him.
Thank you for answering.
I want to keep talking this hilarious.
Aha, Gregor.
I'm looking for
lock picks.
I'd like to...
Well, why not? So you heard I'll trade them.
Oh my god. Ten lockpicks. $12 lockpicks it is.
I'd like to discuss the price.
Well, we can try it.
Are we agreed?
I'd almost shake on that. Almost. Aye. For that amount, I can be persuaded.
Okay, so I have 25 groschen left, and I have 12 lockpicks now. Okay. Not going in there. Not with people around. Alright, I have 12 lockpicks. I need to actually talk to Solarius somewhere.
Praise be to Christ, brother.
I found a book, coin, and a dagger under a floor slab. Any idea whose they might be?
This is odd. I have no idea.
I'm not done talking to you.
Aha, Gregor. Talk to me.
I'd like to ask you something about the monastery.
That's a lot.
Who would you like to be the new abbot?
John, definitely. Compared to him, Neville
Why does everyone keep saying John?
Inexperienced. John has the wisdom of age, and he already has the respect that Nevlas will have to earn.
You have some interesting skills for a monk. I suppose you want to tell me how you picked them up.
What's there to tell? We were all young and foolish once. I was a student in Prague, completely broke, living from hand to mouth and studying all day. It wasn't an easy life.
So you turned to stealing?
I set about securing a livelihood as best I could. A goose, some new shoes, a bit of coin to spend with my friends. Without that little bit extra, I'd never have completed my studies. I would have turned into a beggar. And who else do you know that can say he's serving God thanks to having been a thief?
No one, brother. Thank you for telling me your story. Brother, I've a favor to ask. And I think you're the man to help me with it. Or you used to be, before you came here.
I see. So it's the dodgy sort of favor, is it?
Well, yes. I need to get hold of the keys to the monastery.
That won't be easy, I can tell you that straight off. A prior always keeps the keys close by him. So how exactly do you imagine I could help?
Could you take the keys off him?
Rob the prior? You've got to be joking.
You wouldn't be doing it for free.
Then what could you possibly pay me? I'm done with my thieving, and you'd have to offer me a whole lot of groschen to change my mind.
How much would you want?
A princely sum, brother. This is no trifling matter.
That much? Where am I supposed to find that much coin? No one here has any money.
Precisely. But no groschen?
I shouldn't have done it.
And
I
think
shouldn't have
twice
bought the
before you ask
lockpicks.
me that kind of favor again.
Brother,
I see, so...
Well, yeah. How could I get hold of them?
With great difficulty. Unless you want to rob the prior.
Is there any other way to get out of here?
The door out of the monastery is like any other. Only the lock's more complicated than most. But I can sell you some lockpicks.
Buyer's remorse.
And with a little training, you'll make short work of it.
There's something else on my mind.
Brother, remember the vows you made. We're forbidden to leave the monastery. It's not for me to sit in judgment, but think hard about what you're doing.
I'm looking for something.
And what would that be?
I don't need a weapon or wine right now.
No, nothing really, come to think of it.
What I have a plan. My brain's working right now. It's formulating a plan. I don't want to do a very hard lock. Is there an easier way out? Is every door out a very hard? What? Fuck. One more. One more. I promise, one more. Yes! I did it! No, not now, Mutt. Mutt, please get the fuck out of the door.
Yeah. Run. My stuff should be in here. What the fuck happened to my sword? How do you feel about?
Shut up, please, Mutt.
That's a good boy. That's my boy.
Wait, let me get my lockpicks. Is there anything else I need in here? Okay. That's the prior. Do you think I should try to rob the prior right now? I need you to tell me soon. Rob the Prior or not. Now I still gotta save the game.
Yes.
Well, it's too late now. If I get a chance, I will do it now. Alright, save the game. That'll be all for tonight. Thank you everyone who has joined me for tonight for the first Monastery stream. There'll probably be, next year will probably be more of this. So we found who we're looking for immediately because he poisoned us. So yippee, and we broke out. I now have a weapon and my money and my lockpicks. So we should be good for next time. So I'll see y'all probably Thursday or Tuesday. Don't know yet. But I'll see y'all soon. And would be returning to the monastery. Thank you everyone for joining me. I hope you had a wonderful time. What? What was that? I'm just gonna go. See ya. Love you, bye.